Auckland.
Splash of trash.
Splash in the trash. Nick Bhasin from OK Magazine. He's back from Sydney, of course, joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Nick.
Good morning, Wammo.
Good morning. And well, it's been a hiss and a roar, I suppose, in the celebrity world. A lot of embarrassment and a lot of hilarity as well with the Golden Globes and Ricky Gervais shocking everyone in the theatre there, but I think pretty much cracking everyone else up around the world.
Well, I think everyone expected Ricky to be a little bit slightly controversial, a little bit of a rabble-rouser when he gets up there. But he promised beforehand that he would do something that would ensure that he never gets invited back there ever again. Yeah, and I think he kept his promise. It was no holds barred for him up there. He was taking shots at everybody: Robert Downey Jr., Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie. No one was safe. Every presenter, well, his opening monologue, he kind of trashed a bunch of the movies, including Sex and the City 2, and then when he would introduce presenters, it was just kind of merciless.
So he was saying what everyone else had really been thinking for a long time, right?
Well, definitely nothing that no one knew. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. has been to jail and he has been in rehab. That's not news to anybody. But at a Hollywood awards show, no one's accustomed. There's a lot of patting each other on the back, and no one's used to the insults that are thrown around. And people were definitely upset. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. called the whole show mean-spirited, and Tim Allen and Tom Hanks weren't all that happy about it. And you could hear there were gasps and boos in the audience. You know, they're not used to that sort of thing. But, of course, I mean, there were people who did like it. Christian Bale was a big fan. And
Hollywood strikes me as a bit of a, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love what they do, love the films, not every film, but love a lot of the films.
Sure.
But they're kind of like a sheltered workshop, I suppose, for actors, really, aren't they? Where they're very insular, they do their thing, and then they get kind of shocked when they encounter the outside world. Well,
I think it's more about award shows and how award shows are generally run. I mean, award shows are Hollywood congratulating itself, and it's an excuse to get a lot of stars together, and normally it's all very easy and safe humor because they're all in the same business. I mean, you're not going to show up at a Hollywood awards show and make fun of everyone in Hollywood. It just doesn't make sense normally. But then that also makes awards shows less exciting, and this, even though he upset a lot of people, it's definitely more entertaining.
And would you say that Ricky is comfortable in his career where he can go and make these, go and offend people like this and make bold statements and still pretty much have a comfortable career and do what he wants?
I would say that he'll be all right, although I wouldn't have expected that. I mean, he's obviously got a monster hit in the U.S. with the U.S. version of The Office. But his movies haven't done particularly well. But I don't think he's in any real danger. I don't think he's coming back to the Globes, and I think he has said it as much that twice is enough. So I don't think he'll be hosting the show again. But it's a great way to go out.
Anything's got to be better than Hugh Jackman, right?
Well, I personally find Hugh Jackman to be tremendously charismatic and charming.
All that dancing and stuff.
Well, he is the quintessential Hollywood awards show host.
Yeah.
But I certainly appreciate Ricky Gervais' just not caring and firing off at will. There's definitely a place for it.
Yeah. All right, moving on to this is quite bizarre. Kelly Osbourne's ex had cheated on her, but not with someone who you'd expect.
No. A couple of weeks ago, Kelly launched a Twitter attack on her ex, Luke Worrell, who she said cheated on her, and he's a piece of, what have you. And and that he cheated on her with men and women. It turns out he was having an affair with someone named Reynaldo Gonzalez, who is now known as L. Schneider, and he is a pre-op transsexual.
Oh, I see. So that,
yeah,
well, I suppose that would have surprised Kelly somewhat.
Well, she is no doubt very upset. I mean, the L, I guess you would call her. She admitted that she had the affair. She came out and said that Luke didn't mind that she was transsexual, and she didn't know that he was engaged to Kelly Osbourne, but they had a good time.
Mm. All right, well, there you go. And finally, Nicole Kidman has had a baby.
Yes, lovely news for her and Keith Urban. They had a baby by surrogate on December 28th in Nashville.
Is that because she's too busy to go through a pregnancy?
Well, she has long just been open about how it's been difficult for her to get pregnant biologically. I think she got lucky with Sunday Rose, and she's been spotted outside fertility treatments, and it's, I think, it's just been tough, and she's 43, and so I think they went with the surrogate, and it looks like it worked out that way.
All right. Well, those stories and more in the OK Magazine coming out next week, and of course okmagazine.com.au. And Nick Bhasin, we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good, Wammo.
Cool. Here's Dylan's story. This is called Bold as Thieves.